السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم من جديد في درس آخر من سلسلة دروس اللغة الإنجليزية للطور المتوسط. So in today's lesson إن شاء الله you will be able to put any sentence in the negative form whatever the tense is. Negative form معناها النفي. So let's start. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Negative form in the present simple tense. What is a negative form? Negative form equals not. Negative form تساوي not. يعني يقول لك negative form ديما حط في بالك not. So the common way to make negative form is by adding not to the sentence after an auxiliary verb اللي هما we have already dealt with be, have or do, or a modal verb like must, should, would, may, might, can, and so on. So why did we say common way هنا? Common يعني طريقة الرائجة. Because there are other ways that we can make negative form with. So what is the negative form of the auxiliary verbs we have dealt with in the present simple tense? So we have dealt with these three auxiliaries. Auxiliary to be, auxiliary to have, and auxiliary to do. So what is the negative form of this one? To be قلنا with I am, you are, she is, he is, it is, we are, and they are. So نجي نحط not with the auxiliary to be. Am not, is not, are not. Auxiliary to have قلنا يعطينا has ولا have. تقول لي have not, has not. Auxiliary to do not, does not. Okay. Contraction of negative forms. The contraction of these auxiliaries يعني the short forms يعني كي نحبوا نقصروا فيهم وش يعطونا؟ do not تعطينا don't. تقدر تقول do not ولا don't. So you can say does not ولا doesn't, have not ولا haven't, has not ولا hasn't, is not or isn't, are not or aren't. Now most important part in this lesson is putting a sentence in the negative form in present simple tense. هنا كيفاش تحط جملة في negative form والجملة هذه هي في present simple tense. So to put a sentence in the negative form just apply this rule. طبق القاعدة هذه فقط. So in the sentence we have subject and verb and the rest of the sentence. شوفوا وش حتديروا. To put it in the negative form وش تدير؟ تخلي subject كيما راه. So subject plus do not ولا does not. do not هنا على بالنا وقتاش نحطوها. auxiliary to do with I, you, we and they يعطينا do. with she and he and it يعطينا that. يعني if the subject is I راح تدير do not. if the subject is we راح تدير do not. if the subject is you ولا they راح تدير do not. if the subject is she ولا he ولا it راح تدير does not. Is it clear? So subject plus do not ولا does not. So depends on the subject. Plus the verb stem. What is the verb stem? Verb stem is the infinitive of the verb without to. يعني الفعل كي ما يكونش مصرف نسموه verb stem. Plus the rest of the sentence زائد بقية الجملة. There is an exception. ما نطبقوش القاعدة هذه ديما. نطبقوها إلا في حالتين. So except for sentences with verb to be. إذا لقيت الجملة فيها the verb to be. So we said that when it is alone in the sentence we call it a verb. So if you found auxiliary to be or modal verbs in which we just add not after to be ولا the modal verb. يعني ما تزيدش do not ولا does not هنا. زيد not برك بعد to be ولا the modal verb like can ولا must. Okay. يعني هنا ما تزيدش do not ولا does not. تحط برك not after to be ولا not after the modal verb. Example. So let's start with examples about verb to be. Let's start with examples about verb to be and modal verbs. I am a pupil. The verb to be. وش درنا هنا؟ we didn't add do not ولا does not, we just added not after to be. I am not a pupil. سهلة مهلة. she is Algerian. she is not Algerian. هذا كيف verb to be. he can swim. he cannot swim ولا he can't swim. we must do this work. we must not do this work. شفتوا زدنا برك not after to be ولا the modal verb. they are the thieves يعني السراق. they are the thieves لصوص. they are not the thieves. I hope that is clear for you. So here in this page we have examples about the other verbs which we can apply the rule I have given to you. I have my breakfast at 7 a.m. I have my breakfast at 7 a.m. وش نديرو هنا؟ قلنا هنا in this case I apply the rule. بيعطيتها لكم subject plus do not ولا does not. هنا ها هو the subject I. مع I نديرو do not ولا does not. نديرو do not. So I don't have a pet cat. She has dinner with her family every weekend. So هنا I have the verb have. She has dinner with her. So هنا I have she. وش تعطينا she do ولا does؟ does. وش تولي؟ she does not have. ها هو verb stem. رجع الأصل. شوفوا. So هنا كان has مع she has. بصح هنا رجع الأصل. رجع في الانفينيتيف without to. So she does not have dinner with her family every weekend. He plays the football on Sundays. So I have subject he plays. So هنا ما عندي لا verb to be لا عندي modal verb. عندي verb عادي. يعني هنا نطبق القاعدة نتاع do not ولا does not. مع he نديرو does not. So he does not. شوفوا play كيفاش ولا. نحينا الاس نتاعو ورجع الاصل. Okay, so plus verb stem. هذا verb stem. So remember, there is a tiny remark I want to give you. Not always comes after the auxiliary or the modal verb. If there is no auxiliary in the sentence, we use auxiliary to do. Of course, in the same tense of the verb. شوف الverb فاش مصرف تصرف فيه auxiliary to do. هنا we have given the example of present simple. بصح انت if you are dealing with other tenses use auxiliary to do in the same tense of the verb. لقيت الverb مصرف في past simple دير auxiliary to do in the past simple. Okay, so we have exercise 1. Put the following sentences in the negative form. I watch TV at night. Take a look at this sentence. Do we have verb to be? No. Do we have a modal verb? No. I have a verb هاهو. Subject هاهو. So وش نديرو هنا? We apply the rule of do not ولا does not. We play football in the neighborhood. Neighborhood يعني في الحي. We subject play verb. There is no verb to be, there is no modal verb. This movie هاهو, this is the subject. This movie. It is a thing, شيء نعوضوه بإيت. So this movie is boring. Is, what is is? Remember, what is? It is verb to be. So this movie is boring. She cleans her room every morning. She is the subject. Cleans is the verb. You ride your bike every weekend. You is the subject. Ride is the verb. This is the rest of the sentence. Sandy is the name of a female. Takes nice photos. So Sandy, subject, takes verb. This is the rest of the sentence. They open the windows each morning. They is the subject. Open is the verb. This is the rest of the sentence. He buys a new CD every day. He is the subject. Buys is the verb. A new CD is the rest of the sentence. I am so late. I is the subject. Am is a verb to be. This is the rest of the sentence. She has a cute cat. She is the subject, has is the verb, this is the rest of the sentence. I want you to think a little bit before we give the answers. So let's start answering. I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. وش كانت هذه؟ كانت I watch TV. And the rest of the sentence. We don't play football. We don't play football. وش كانت هذه؟ كانت we play football. It is not boring. She doesn't clean her room. You don't ride your bike every weekend. Sandy does not take nice photos. Sandy does not take. كانت هنا Sandy takes nice photos. They don't open the windows. كانت they open the windows. He does not buy a new CD. وش كانت هذه؟ كانت he buys a new CD. شوفوا باي كيفاش رجع الأصل. Verb stem. I am not late. So كانت I am late. هاهو verb to be زدنا له not برك. She does not have a cat. I really hope that you have got some benefit from this lesson. I will leave you some activities in the box. Thank you very much for your attention. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.